Happy New Year! This video I'm going to do something called the CEO report, and I want to let you know how my company is doing. You are the biggest part of my life, and you have been for the past 2 years, and I feel like this company has been built by you. You know, your needs, your problems. I mean, essentially with everything that I do, at the core of what I do is I create solutions. So as long as you have problems, I'm in business. So it's really, really important to me to let you know what this past year has been for the company and what I expect next year to be, and setting intentions for the company, for the community, for you, and just for the big picture of the adult industry. 2018 was really hard. I feel like a lot of what I had to do was damage control and quick responses to false sesta, and it was a tragic year. Like, I still feel emotional, you know, just remembering, like, you know, just crying with people, just being like, wow, I can't believe everything just changed just like that. Like, people are out of jobs, people are dying, like, you know, pimps are rampant, like, everyone's life just changed. And it's like, you're never really fully prepared for tragedy. Like, as much as you think you can be, you're just not. But we can do the best that we can do, you know, by having multiple streams of income, etc. You know, strength and community, you know, good support system at home. Like, all those things can help with tragedy, but tragedy can never be prevented. So a lot of what we did this year, meaning me and you know, my temporary employees, like I said, God bless anyone who's ever worked for me. I made it 2 minutes into the video without, like, eerily laughing. My intention, so 2017, let's take it back. 2017, the focus of the company was creating as much education as possible. I had so much to share, you know, with the strategies that made me successful, you know, advice that will help you avoid pitfalls that I just fell right into. Like, that was, you know, the beginning of the company. You know, really the critical stuff. And then 2018, I was really trying to focus on community in the beginning of the year, you know, like strengthening the heaux app, and creating the heaux network, which is, you know, a place for people to upload their own videos, and really to showcase. It's a showcase of the business and our creative side. But then as false sesta happened, that's when I kind of started panicking and trying to create as many solutions as possible to bring us together, to provide income and safety. So what came out of that was Swizness. And Swizness is the business directory of businesses that will help and happily serve people in the adult industry. So that was so important, because it's like, if you need outreach, if you need healthcare, even just simple beauty services, I don't know, somewhere to buy your dog clothes, like, we want to be in safe places, and false sesta made it so unsafe to merely exist online or in real life. So Swizness was a direct response. I made Lydia doll cams, and, you know, I was like, oh my god, like, people are being forced outside. And, you know, granted, there are some girls that they work outside, they walk a blade, and they're proud. Like, I think that's a misconception as well, because it's like everyone just assumes, you know, girls walking outdoors are, like, miserable victims. A lot of them are, but I have mentored some girls who are like, I'm proud of this. So it's just like, oh, okay. So for those who are walking the streets and succeeding and just feeling like the savage, you know, warriors that they are, you know, more power to you. But a lot of people have been forced onto the street. They don't want to do so. You know, so Lydia doll cams was a response to create a campsite with super high traffic where you'd be able to work indoors, webcamming. So that was really cool. I'm partnered with Jasmine, so it's really great, because it's like Jasmine is the biggest campsite in the world, and then of course I do my own independent marketing for Lydia doll cams. So plus all the girls that sign up under, you know, under Lydia doll cams instead of Jasmine get featured on my page as well. So just having that double traffic really helped establish some girls and create an online presence. You know, another great thing about Lydia doll cams is, you know, some of the girls get really clever, and they use being on cam as a way to advertise other services they have, like their VIP snap, or you know, maybe their mini vids or OnlyFans content, or just building a larger social media following. So I've seen a lot of that too, which is just, you know, bravo to you guys for being as resourceful and adaptable as possible, because that's what Fossa Sesta forced us to do. Was like, you're gonna either adapt or die. And, you know, some people, you know, suffered the latter. You know, getting back into, you know, to the response of Fossa Sesta, I had to, you know, revamp the Hoe app, and, you know, I wanted to make it feel like more of a safe, cool, upscale place. So I redesigned that, and that was super great. So a lot of things happened. A lot. So a lot of it was, you know, initially, you know, my commitment was to higher quality education, which I was able to achieve. You know, with my programs, one of the things I noticed is a lot of people just don't, you know, find reading as effective as consuming videos. So I definitely went the route of edutainment, which is, you know, creating video content, which is something I truly adore doing. You know, that's easier to consume than sitting down and reading a book for a few days. So I think that was really important, you know, that you guys spoke to me and said, hey, you know, like, make more videos. So I really focused on that as well. So I'm like exhausted just thinking about all the things that happened. And of course, at the end of the year, I decided to get back into adult film, and that was sparked by the other venture that I have, which is you know, helping women enter adult film through, you know, a vetted company that flies into LA. They stay with me. It's been a super great way, because I've known so many girls who have entered the adult industry, you know, on the film side, and myself included, who have been completely trapped into contracts, you know, being taken advantage of, being put in unsafe situations. So it's been really cool to set people up from the beginning, being like, this is how much money you're supposed to make. This is how you're supposed to be treated. This is safe. This is not safe. Here's some connections to, you know, take you to the next step. But doing that really inspired me and reminded me of how much fun it is to be in, you know, in front of the camera. So, so that happened, which I'm still kind of like, not blindsided, but it's just like, I was surprised with myself that I decided to do that, and then was even more surprised at how much fun I've been having. And it's been a really good way to cross-promote my brands. So I've committed to only doing films that are really like empowering to women in general, and I want to set a really good example for you that I do have choice, and I can choose who I work with. I can choose what companies that I work for and the type of content that I'm passionate about producing. Like, I want you to see how, you know, your options and what it can be, because I do have films out there that I was not happy to perform in, and that I felt obligated to. You know, for a number of reasons, but mostly because A, needed money, and B, I was afraid of my agent. So, you know, I really want to prevent that, and, you know, being in adult film again has given me the inspiration to set my intention for 2019 for the company and for the industry. And my intention for 2019, I'm so proud of it, is I want to remove desperation from your decision making in this business. Desperation makes us do things that we don't want to do, and it's because we're desperate to, you know, survive, to eat, to get money, to provide for our families, to pay for our school, like whatever it might be. And desperation is when we compromise our souls. It's when we make dangerous choices. Desperation is the root of all mistakes and regrets in this business. And you know how taxing it is on your body, on your soul, on your spirit, on your heart, like your mind. It's emotional labor as well. So it's just like all of that, even your best customers, you suffer those things. And of course, yes, it comes with the job, and you know, not every day is going to be Christmas as far as stuff like that goes, but it's like in those desperate situations, it's like that's the stuff that you can't shower off, that, you know, therapy never fully heals. Like, you know, community can help, but it's like I would rather just find many ways to remove desperation. And I don't know what that means yet. It's January 1st. But I do know that it is a problem that if I found a solution it would resolve so many other problems. You know, and it's problems that I can't necessarily, that I'm not even qualified to fix. You know, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not anything but an entrepreneur. So for me, I see, you know, I always practice prevention. Prevention is the best way to, you know, obviously deal with potential issues. So for me, it's like, okay, my intention is to prevent desperation from your decision making. Like I said, I don't know what that is going to mean. I don't have a plan yet, and I'm not going to be like, it's a secret. Like, I don't freaking know. I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to look at my past. And, you know, when does desperation set in? What could I have done differently? I'm going to talk to, you know, the girls that I mentor. I'm going to talk to people around me. I'm going to talk to my peers and my colleagues and figure out, you know, what do we all have in common about desperation? Like, I want to have a mastermind about this. And that's how we're going to get to the root of the cause, and that's how we're going to begin to create solutions. So I'm really excited. It's a challenge that I feel so honored and so ballsy to even take on. But I mean, let's get real. If anyone's qualified to do it, it's me. Because I'm so, like, I know I can do it. And it would, how cool would that be? Imagine if you're just like, I don't want to do that job, and I don't have to. You know, like, how cool would that be? True empowerment. Because, you know, being an adult entertainer, it can be so empowering, and the principle behind it is empowering, and it's exciting. So, like, let's do that. Let's get back to what makes us feel empowered. So yeah, any suggestions would be so great, because like I said, it's January 1st and I've been meditating on this all day, just like, gonna do it. I'm not gonna rush it. I can't rush my creativity. I can't rush epiphanies. They strike when they strike, but because I've set this intention to, you know, that's what I'm looking for now, and that's what I'm manifesting, is, you know, pinpointing the issues of desperation, and then, you know, creating a solution to remove it. Now I know the moment you're all waiting for. How much money did I make this year? More than last year. And let this be a lesson to you. Don't talk about money with anybody. The only people that should know about money is your CPA, which is your accountant. As being in the adult industry, I don't recommend you get an accountant, like a regular H&R Block person. You need a CPA, a certified personal accountant. They know the tax laws better, and they're going to help you navigate your income, risk, and write-offs, and all of those things. It's really important that you have one. I've been using the same CPA forever and ever, and, you know, it's helped me, you know, legitimize everything. So it's really important. Please don't discuss money with your peers. I mean, if there's one thing that people do know about your finances, it's your rate. If you're a companion and it's advertised somewhere, people are going to know that. But please don't flex on these hoes. It's not necessary. And I know sometimes it's tempting when you, like, get a big night and you're like, yeah, you know, I made $5,000, I made $10,000 tonight. That's so cool, but please don't tell anyone. So I'm setting that example. I made more money than last year, and thank you, because you helped me do that. So I really, really appreciate you so much, and your support, and just like having my back, and trying my new products when they come out, and just being so supportive, like just in comments. I mean, even on Christmas when I posted that I was having issues with staying clean from drugs, like so many people emailed me and reached out to me, and it's like, I don't get back to everyone. It's just, it would take hours and hours and hours every day. But it's like, I see you. All those comments on that post, like, I read and reread them so many times, and it got me through. It got me through Christmas, and it got me through the day after Christmas, and through New Year's, and I'll always have that support from you, and I'll be able to go back and look at it. So just, like, thank you so much. Like, you know, just you going out of your way to just give me that support and encouragement, it's like what keeps me going sometimes, because you are the reason why I get up every day. You are why I do what I do. Sorry, I just love you so much, and I just want you to do well. So yes, I take this responsibility, I take this privilege, I take this honor to help you get through 2019 as successful and as safe as ever, feeling empowerment, and just like, I just want you to feel ready. I don't want you to be afraid. And yeah, so I'm super excited. And yeah, please, if you have any suggestions, let me know. Like, let's do this thing together. The quicker I get to the solution, the quicker you can benefit from it. So let's just do this thing together. Let's create a stronger sense of community. And I've got your back, and I know you have mine too. Thank you so much, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye.